Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, Bhagavan.
Shall we start? Very, very nice to see you all.
Is it loud up? I'm sorry, Bhagavan, we can't hear you yet. Just a moment. Can we hear him? Like now. We're so happy to see you, Bhagavan. Can you see us?
Yes, very clearly.
Oh.
I can hear you clearly. I can see you clearly.
Very good. We are over 100 people here in Denmark, Bhagavan. And we having 55 new Diksha givers. They were just initiated a few moments ago. So we are very happy. 55 new Diksha givers, Bhagavan.
The voice is getting stuck a little bit.
Okay.
I shall try to make sense of it.
Okay.
Yes.
So we are over 100 people and 55 new. 55, yes.
New, 55.
55 new, yes.
Yes, yes. It's a big number.
Yes. Yes. There is there's so much heart here in Denmark. I'm very happy to be here and to see you, Bhagavan.
So shall we have questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear? Should I repeat the questions, Bhagavan? Can you hear me? Is it bad sound?
Yeah, I will ask the Dasa concerned to read out because the sound is not so good. I'll ask her to read out the first question.
Yes, thank you, Bhagavan.
I hope you have a question with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
So, these drives are what we call charges. Of course, they take possession of you and they make use of your life for their survival. So, there are many ways in which we could approach these drives or charges. So, one is as we practice the following, as we practice inner integrity, we could be able to discharge these charges. Or the other thing is, we should observe the naming process. Now, by naming, what I mean is, let us take up a child which would look at a tree would not name it as a tree. There is no naming process in the child. The child merely looks at the tree and experiences the tree. On the other hand, throw a banana tree, then call it a mango tree or an apple tree, and then so on and so forth. But if there's no naming, then nothing happens except experiencing the tree. So very often what we are doing is, we get involved in the naming process, saying this is my drive, these are my repressed emotions, these are my negative emotions. That's the way we describe these charges. But if we could see the damage we are causing or the power we are giving them by naming them, then it's quite likely that we will slowly stop naming them. Once a drive or a charge is not named, its power does not last long, not become active. It starts, but then it goes back. It loses power. So we should closely observe the naming process that is involved in the brain. The brain contains all these charges by constantly naming them. It makes them active by naming them. If we could slightly stop naming them, you find that they become instantly powerless. It sounds difficult, but with the little practice, you could get the first question. Move on to the second question.
Yes. The sense of me is like an entity with its roots in strong charges, standing on the edge of vastness, being in the grip of tremendous fear. Can you give us some guidance on this?
Yes, if this were your actual experience, then probably you're not very far from getting out of the mind. The problem is you're stuck with the mind, and you've identified yourself with the mind, the charges, the fears, and all those things. For the unawakened, of course, you must practice inner integrity. You must watch the naming process. But let us say if you become awakened, then you step out of the mind. Then these charges cause no problem to you at all. They are there, but they are being witnessed all the time. Since they are being witnessed all the time, they again lose power. So the superior thing to inner integrity or to naming is to become awakened. And if you are exactly in the situation that you are now describing, it's quite likely that you may soon be able to get out of the mind. Once you get out of the mind is there, of course, with its charges, with its conditioning, and you can see it. You can see it functioning. And then you become the master, or the witness consciousness, it is the master, and the mind actually becomes powerless. It simply carries on what it's supposed to do without causing much mischief. These charges, even though they are there, they will no longer trouble you. That's the answer for the second question. We move on to the third question.
Thank you so much, Bhagavan.